Hi, welcome to another episode of Half Hour Organizing, and we are tackling the junk drawer today. So this is episode 8, and I want to really give you some principles for organizing the junk drawer. Most of the places I've been in have 2, 3, or more junk drawers. So if you just have one, that's in great shape. But the idea of a junk drawer is something I want you to kind of move away from, because everything in your home should have a function. So some basic principles to organize this junk drawer. Well, let me back up and say, why does it even happen in the first place? Is because you have stuff, this miscellaneous stuff, this tiny stuff that you don't really know what to do with. And so you throw it in this drawer, and then over time it becomes just kind of the place I don't know where to put stuff. And that's what we're going to try to organize, because when you go in that junk drawer, it's a mess. And then everything in there kind of becomes unused and obsolete. So let's first empty out the junk drawer. This half-hour project is just to tackle one drawer at a time. So if you have more than one, I don't want you to do them all in one foul swoop. You're going to do one at a time. So empty out all the contents of that junk drawer. And then using some kind of organizing container, measure the drawer, whatever drawer you're working on at the time. And then you can use something like this stackable tray. I love this. This is actually something that I use in my drawer. It's not as much as a junk drawer anymore as it is an organized utility drawer in my kitchen. So this is a great container. It really does not matter what kind of containers you use. What matters is that you get it all the contents taken out, sorted, and figure out what the heck is in there, and then figure out what you're going to put back in there. Most of the time I see things like keys are really common in the junk drawer, and organizing things in plastic baggies like this, I really recommend them. So if you have a bunch of loose keys, let's say you have some, stickers for something, or you have a bunch of glue sticks, sandwich ties, whatever you're going to put back in junk drawer, if you put them in baggies like this, it helps you just pull out the baggie. Then you can even put a label on this one. Anything that you have, like pens, try every pen out. Make sure it works before you put it back in your junk drawer. And then when you have an organizer like this, it's really simple to make one of the spots just a pen where you have all your pens. If you have things like change, all this loose change, this is how I do mine. I took this old, unused food container that I'm not using for food anymore, and I made it just a change drawer, so that you get away from having just things thrown in a spot where you have them neatly designated, and everything becomes purposeful and useful in your home. So this half-hour segment, pull everything out of the drawer, sort it out, then measure and figure out what kind of containers you want to use to put stuff back in the drawer. And then really be mindful about what you're putting back in the drawer. Is it stuff I'm using? Is it just junk? Are they coupons I shoved in the drawer and I actually don't need them anymore? They're expired. And then if you have more than one of these drawers, the next time you do a half hour, tackle the next one. So you're going to do one at a time. That way it doesn't get overwhelming. Okay, so that's your assignment for this half hour, is to start with your junk drawer. And then use all of the tools that I just showed you, baggies, small containers, a stackable drawer organizer, to make sense of that drawer so that it's not a big mess anymore, okay? Can't wait to see how you do, and I hope you have a great day.